Hey, welcome back to the channel. So recently I was in the market for some wireless earbuds since I was getting tired of the wireless stuff when I'm working out and traveling and stuff. So I decided to get on AliExpress and hop on some of these copy AirPods. I saw several hundreds of options, different models, all kinds of crap. Did some research and ordered a few random ones just to test out and see what the whole big deal is about the real ones and replicas. So here I got 4 sets of them that I ordered recently out of either eBay or AliExpress. This one I believe is the TWS i7s. These are probably like a year and a half old. These are very early copies. This one was the i12S, which is probably a month or two newer than those i7s, maybe longer, but wasn't much improvement there. These over here are the much more recent 2019, October 2019 models. This first one was the i12S, which is probably a month or two newer than those i7s, maybe longer, but wasn't much improvement there. These over here are the much more recent 2019, October 2019 models. This first one right here I got is the i90000 Pro, and this one is one of the super copies that I found. This one's actually, they copied everything, the box, even the raised, print on here. They've got the Apple logo, they've got fake serial numbers, fake barcodes on here like the real thing. On this side it says AirPods wireless charging case. The back side has all the same markings like the original AirPods do. So, and supposedly that one is the newest version that has the actual GPS and Find My iPhone and all that in there. You could rename them. The rest of these, they've got they're very basic. They have the pop-up when you originally open them up, just that says AirPod. Either you open them up or you activate them. And this one I thought was going to be a pretty close copy, and it is a pretty close copy. It has a lot of functionality. The battery readouts are actually real. It shows the case and each bud individually when you pull it out on the screen of the iPhone. So the only thing that it was missing was the renaming ability, and it didn't have the Find My iPhone, GPS chip in it, but it did have the sliding volume up and down, which the factory ones don't have. So I'll open them up now just to see what's inside. So the first set of AirPods that we're going to open up are the i7 TWS. The TWS is true stereo, or true wireless stereo. That's what they stand for. And these shipped in a like a bubble wrapper and the usual China bag on the outside. If you open it up, it looks like they just put some protective tape on it to protect the finish. When you open them up, you'll notice that the buttons on the back, that same connection button, once you push it, it lights up this blue and this red, which is a telltale sign that these are fake. You open them up, there's no battery indicator or anything like the real ones. Pull them out, the actual pods actually glow blue and red depending on if they're connecting. You'll see at the bottom here, see, it's hard to get in focus, but see at the bottom here, the charging is just 2 little pins, which is not like the real ones. So right now it's just flashing blue and red like a cop car trying to connect to something. And when you pull them out, it actually says hello in a woman's voice. So these are the i7 TWS models. One of the things you'll notice right off the bat is they're pretty light compared to the real ones. And then the magnetic case, it closes magnetically, but it doesn't stay open like the real ones. See, like the moment you flip them, they close again. So they just fall closed without even any force. But so these are the cheap eBay ones. I think I paid like $6 or $7 for these on eBay. It took about over a month to get here from China, but it finally got here. The next set I got is the i12S. These are probably a few months older than the i7Ss, and these are early 2018 is when these were released. Probably like March, April 2018 is when they were initially released. So these are very early copies. You can see this one, open the box up, no protective. There wasn't any protective stuff on it. It was just in the box. It's got, it comes with a charging cable, just a cheap, that 6-inch charging cable like the i7s, and some Chinese instructions. But other than that, not much else in here. You can see these have the same blue, or the same button that you press it, it comes on blue. You open it up, you pop these out. They're actually, it glows, same thing, and it says hello. So they're very similar to the i7, or the i7 TWS copies, but these are the i12Ss. But they got the magnetic case. These aren't one for one with the real ones. They're a little bit bigger, but when these are side by side, they're the same size. You can tell right there. The 12s are actually the case is a little bigger than the i7s, I think. So I can't really tell by just holding it and measuring it. But if you put it up to the other super copies or the real ones, you could tell a big difference in the size. And then the pods themselves, the 12s were, they've got the same, dual charging pins that aren't like the OEMs. They are slightly bigger than the real AirPods. They're not a true one-for-one copy, so they don't stay in your ears nicely. And you see, you could tell this one, there's no in-ear sensor. Some of the, the design is a little different. This one, and these are 12s. The 7s, they feel a little smaller in your hand. The molding's a little different. They look a little bit more like the real ones, but they don't have the proximity sensors either. So the third one I bought, these are more like the true ones, and these I paid a lot more for them. Those the i12s I just showed a second ago, those I paid about $11, maybe $10 for those. The i7s I paid like $6 or $7. These I paid $30 or $31, which after I got them and I did more research, because I kind of bought these without doing much research. All I did was I made sure that it had the correct Bluetooth chip. I think it was like the 1536 chip that they were recommending, which is the latest, the the closest one to the real AirPod chip, and much better. It was Bluetooth 5, I believe. So I didn't do much research, but I probably could have gotten the i90000 Max. The Max are the super copies that are much more, got all the functionalities, the renaming, versus these for the same price when I ordered them in the end of October 2019. So you open these up, it comes with the instruction booklet, Chinese, not much, not very useful. It actually did come with a protector on it, so it's got this, this slip-on protector, kind of like the real ones there. And then right off the bat, you feel these are much heavier. The lid opens and closes much, the quality, you can just feel the quality on these. The button is in the actual, OEM spot button of the real ones. You could flip these upside down. The magnetic hinge just kind of just flaps there until you actually pop them close. They've got the battery indicator on the outside. This one's actually a wireless charging one, so it charges on top of any wireless QI, whatever you call it, protocol. You pull it out, it the magnet's much better in here. It sucks right in. You look at the charging ports at the bottom. These are just like the real ones at the bottom here. Fits right in. They don't talk to you or say anything when you open them. You press the connect button, it just lights up the green light on the front. So these very true real copies. The only thing is that you can't rename them. You can't, when you program them to the phone, it says i90000 Pro. You could tell I'm putting them next. This is a 12 right here. This is the i90000 Pros. You could tell the size right there, right off the bat. The case is different. Just look at it slightly, the size, you could tell there. And, first thing I did when I got them was I tested this, you could tell they don't fit in there. The 12s don't fit into here. So obviously size difference. So that's the actual AirPod in the case itself. Inside the box, it came with, it looks like an authentic lightning cable, but it's not. It's got the cheap molded plastic, typical of Chinese junk cable. So that's the only thing that came in there. But as far as everything else, it works pretty well. I've been using it for a couple weeks. No real issues with them. The back side of it's got the picture of the AirPod, nothing on the side, just got the label here, and then right there it tells you what it is with the charging case, made in China, and that's about it. It doesn't have the raised lettering on here or anything, it's just regular printed. So the last one I got is the actual super copies. I forgot what the exact model of this is. I'll put it in the description below and probably a link to the AliExpress site where I bought it. They're really cracking down on these on AliExpress, so the sellers don't even post these anymore. They don't even show, they put stars over this to kind of hide that. I had to DM the seller directly, and he sent me the photos of these, saying that they were the actual real one, real copies with the, with the label and everything inside. So, looking at the box, normal person would think these are real. You got your serial number right there. You got all the real stuff. You even got the date of February 2019. It's, untrained eye. These are, as real as they get. I haven't opened them yet, so this is the first time I'll open them. So they peel the plastic off of them. So yep, you feel the raised lettering right there. Pop it open. Go inside. You've got the barcode inside the box. You got everything there. You got the design by Apple in California. You got all the real instruction sheets as if they were real apples. You've got the AirPod with the protective case cover on them. Open it up. The lightning cable. Real looking lightning cable. Everything looks legit right here. Even the binding is legit looking. once I peel it apart, I'll see if, because the real ones, if you actually ever look at the real ones right around here, it has design, you know, it's got the serial number and everything, but I don't really see it on these. Probably gotta peel it all apart and look for it, but you know, first glance, very authentic right there. As far as this goes, the backside, it's got all the lettering, designed by Apple, made in China, just like the real ones. You know, it's got, let's peel, got the, just like the real ones, peel it from the edge. Take it right apart, pop it open. The door, very real. Pop it out. Thing's real. This is the i90000s. This is the super copies. You can't, you know, the color's a little bit off in real life. You know, it's not, they're both not the exact same color, but size wise, they're both exactly the same. Everything, the color of the hinge, everything's the same. Press the button, light comes, blue, green light comes on. Very authentic. If I pop this side out, put it over here, they fit in each other. They charge. Yep, they both have the proximity sensors. Yep. The one thing I also had them look was the lettering, you know, the writing underneath here. They've actually got the real legit writing under there. So overall, looks pretty legit. Couldn't tell the difference on these. It's amazing how good these copies have gotten. So. So there you have it, you know, testing these AirPod clones from the cheapest one to another cheap one to a decent price one, and then the Superclone one. I'm gonna post the links for these two, the i90000 and then the Superclone that I bought. Both of them I paid about $32 for them, so I don't know how long those links will be good for, but I'll just post what I actually bought from the seller on AliExpress. Thanks for watching, guys.